Hello YouTubers, I'm Colin and this is TamiyaTruckBuilding. In part 18 I'm completing sections 42 and 43, which is the wheels and tyres, and then fitting them to the model. And as a bonus to finish off, I'm testing the model works properly. So let's get on with it. In section 42 we put together the wheels, front and rear. Just starting off by sorting out 6 screws and 6 nuts. These little 2mm, well, they're Allen keyed screws, sorry. They hold the rear 2 halves of the wheel together, which I'm just going to whiz through now, and you'll see. The front wheels are just a single plastic moulding. The rear wheels, as you can see here, are 2, and they clip together, and then you have to put the 3 pins and nuts through each, as you can see in the diagram. It also suggests that you should apply instant cement. I'll be honest, I've never applied instant cement, but then I don't run models round, shall we say, in the real world, on dirt or on roads and things where possibly the tyres might come off. They seem pretty solid to me without putting glue around, but I'll leave that one with you. If you want to put some instant glue around there, feel free. Putting these 3 nuts and bolts in is not particularly easy. You're trying to hold a little 2mm nut at the back while you insert the Allen key headed pin from the front. The best thing I've found to do, and you may have your own idea, is I just use a cocktail stick or something just to hold the nut in place until I've got the screw started. Then it's fine. Once we've got the 3 on, pop the tyres on, they just push over. If you wiggle them backwards and forwards, they will drop into recesses in the wheel, nice and tight. So say they're a good fit anyway. I think once I did put some glue on one, but it just came loose again because of the tyre flexing on the wheel. But try it anyway, just try them without. If your tyres come off the rims, it's no big deal to just put a little bit of glue on them. Obviously the back wheels have 2 tyres. You just sort of pull them backwards and forwards a bit like a concertina. It settles them into the grooves where they need to go. Just pop the pins and nuts in the second of the rear wheels. 3 pins, 3 nuts. It's not the easiest of jobs, I have to say. So where my little Allen key tool comes in handy as well, which can be used like a screwdriver. And then tyres the same as the other side. That's the rear wheels done. The front wheels, pretty straightforward. There's no 2 halves to put together, so it's just a case of pushing the tyre onto the wheel. Just keep working it over the rim till it clicks into place. Move it backwards and forwards through the middle, just allows it to settle. They really are a very, very good fit. Don't be frightened to stretch them, they are flexible. There we go. Let's put the wheels onto the truck. Diagram there shows front and rear. As you can see, the rear ones just have hexagonal splined nuts that go at the back of them. That locks the wheel to the nut and the nut to the drive shaft. And the front ones have 2 bearings in each wheel. All 4 wheels are held on with nylock nuts. I'll do the front ones first. Put some grease on the stub axles because these wheels do turn on here, so these need to be greased. I'm at the end of my tube here, so I'm just struggling to get the last little bit out. Now with each of the wheels, one bearing goes in from the front and one goes in from the back. The one from the front's just slightly more tricky to do because you can't get your hand on it. Just straighten it up with a screwdriver and push it down into place there like a press fit. And the one on the back you can actually get to without any trouble at all. Just push it into place. A little bit of grease on that face there which turns against the stub axle. Sorry, just off camera, just putting a little bit of grease inside the bearings or the bushes, whatever you want to call them. In the previous episode we talked about ball bearings. You could put ball bearings on here if you wish. I don't find the need. As you can see, they spin very freely. And pop a nut on, and you've got the Tamiya tool, the largest spanner on it, fits that wheel nut. Dim up tight. There you go, as you can see, they spin quite freely. Just knock that bearing into place, one on the back, some grease, and pop a nut on. And there we are, we have wheels on the front of our model. As you can see, they spin very freely. The only resistance there, I would say, is the grease. Just turn it round now to do the back. Here's one of the hex nuts. They only go on one way round. There's a little spline section on them that locates onto the far end of that shaft. If you put them on the wrong way round, they'll just spin. They won't locate onto the spines. They only go on one way round. The wheels, just quite simply now, lock into position. Try and turn it so you can see. And another nut. These are nylock nuts, so they spin on quite freely till you come across the nylon part, and then they must be tightened up until they will go no further. You'll know when that is. They lock up completely. just about on camera now, just doing the fourth wheel. If you've got a double axle, you'll have another pair of these to do. Exactly the same. And there we have it. Our model is now mobile. Okay, then just run it up and make sure that it works. Start by switching on the radio. Switch on the truck. Gears I've set up the same as for a Tamiya MFU, which is first gear to the left, centre is second gear, third gear to the right, and forward and back is the throttle. So here we go. I'm going to go for first gear. Drop it into second gear and third gear. Second gear and first gear. Now the steering to the left and the steering to the right. And reverse. And back forward again. Even for such a cheap speed controller, I think it's only £25. As you can see, you have nice, really slow control of the speed, and at the same time I think you'll find that'll go fast enough. That's pretty much it for the technical side of the build. Next time I'll be fitting the cab, roof and windows, and the model starts to take shape. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, I'm grateful for a click on the like icon. If you want to see more of my build videos, please subscribe to my channel. Bye for now.